Okay, it's official. Apple's announcing the iPhone 15 on September 12th, and in this video, I want to talk about everything we can expect to see at Apple's special event, which is less than 2 weeks away. We have so much to talk about today, so let's start off with the invite itself. This event is happening at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time at Apple Park. It will be in person for those invited in Cupertino, California on Tuesday, September 12th. This is pretty much when Apple always holds their events, and they have included some clues in the invites as always this year, which are super fun to pick through. The tagline this year is Wanderlust, which I don't really know what that means. I think they're just putting a fancy word here to get us all excited. But the rest of the invite actually tells us a lot. First of all, looking at the Apple logo, you'll notice it's made of a ton of different particles. It's actually a very unique and distinct design we have seen for the Apple logo on an invite in years. And in a video version that Apple posted over on their site, we can actually see some more detail about what these particles exactly are. And they seem to be forming the Apple logo into something new, which coincidentally, the iPhone 15 Pros are switching from stainless steel to titanium for the first time. And as soon as I saw this, I immediately thought of Apple's making of videos where they show you how they make the phones with different pieces of metal and fuse them together. And it just seems so obvious that Apple is teasing the new titanium finish here. So that part was 100% intentional, but so are the colors that Apple has, randomly decided to use. It's just random that Apple put blue right in the focal point of the entire invite. Isn't that so random? In fact, the whole Apple logo for this invite shows different hues of blue, silver, space black, and a natural metal or titanium look. That's so interesting. It's almost like these are the exact rumored colors for the new iPhone 15 Pros to the T that we have seen leak out extensively and that have all but been confirmed now in this invitation from Apple themselves. And listen, for those of you that might think I'm reading into this too far, just look at what Apple did last year for the far out invitations. They literally announced satellite connectivity on the iPhone 14 series, and everybody said I was crazy for saying that the Apple logo in space made up of stars meant satellite connectivity. But what Apple does with these invitations are intentional. They do it to get people excited and also to give you a minor preview of what's to come. Of course, the biggest announcement at this event will be the iPhone 15 lineup, but before we talk about that, just a quick word from today's sponsor. Now, before moving on with the rest of the video, I want to show you my new headphones. These are from Soundcore, who sponsored today's video, and I've been absolutely loving these. These are the all-new Space One headphones, and they have some crazy noise-canceling features. I mean, not only have they been specifically tuned to cancel out mid to high frequencies, like voices, which allow you to turn down the crowd wherever you are, the noise canceling is adaptive as well. These headphones automatically analyze the sound around you, and then they auto-calibrate in real time to give you the best level, even if you don't have a tight seal around your ears. And I really like the design of these as well. They're impressively lightweight, and with a new floating access design, the ear cups rotate in either direction so they feel both natural and comfortable. And the sound quality is great as well. The custom 40mm dynamic drivers in here actually support high-res audio with LDAC, which gives you 3 times the amount of detail than standard Bluetooth playback. And these are available in 3 different colors. These are the sky blues that you're looking at right now, but they also come in latte cream and jet black. So check out the link down below in the description to get a pair of these for just under $100. Turn down the crowd wherever you are with the Space One. A huge thank you to Soundcore for sponsoring this. Now, let's get back to the video. Okay, let's talk about everything we can expect to see from the iPhone 15. Per usual, we've got 2 regular models, 2 Pro models, but the regular models this year are actually going to be the biggest upgrade in years. They're going to have the same 6.1 and 6.7 inch screen sizes, but this year Dynamic Island is coming down, which I think a lot of people are going to be really excited for. It's a feature that to this day I really enjoy, especially while playing music. The ability to see this and interact with it on the fly is incredible. And Apple bringing that down at a sub $1,000 price tag is going to be a big selling point for a lot of folks. It not only just looks new, it's fun, and believe it or not, I think people actually buy phones because something looks fun, like the colors, which this year are looking to be a pastel array of different pink, blue, green, yellow, and black options. You'll notice actually in this lineup that there is not going to be a white plain version of the standard iPhone 15. Apple's just not doing that this year. You'll have to get some slight hue or black. But considering how unremarkable the colors are, I do think the main selling point of the iPhone 15 will be USB-C. This is coming down to these models, but it will still be only USB 2.0 speeds, just like Lightning. Apple's gonna make this more exciting by including a braided, very premium and color-matched USB-C cable in the box of the iPhones that are actually 1.5 meters in length, so 50% longer than the current versions. And on top of that, the cameras are also getting the new 48 megapixel sensor from last year's Pros and an A16 chip. So basically, it's a better iPhone 14 Pro minus the 120 hertz screen. There's still gonna be 60 hertz. I know Apple wants you to spend $1,000 or more to get a 120 hertz display. It's really annoying. For the most premium experience, Apple does have the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And this year, they will have slightly larger displays due to record-breaking bezel thinness that are universal and uniform around the entire front. These bezels look great, but I think it's going to look even better when you have 120 hertz on this display, as well as Dynamic Island, which has been rumored to maybe get just a bit smaller on these Pro models. In your hand, the Pros are also going to feel better because titanium is a lighter material than stainless steel, so it might be 5 to 10% lighter, which especially for the gigantic Pro Max size phone, that's going to be really nice. The edges are also going to be a little bit more rounded and comfortable, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but in your hand, it makes the Pro Max so much more usable. The iPhone 15 Pros are also getting USB-C, but on here, it will have Thunderbolt 4 speeds, meaning 40 gigabits of data per second can be transferred. It is a pro feature, and I'm so happy it's coming. And that same methodology goes along with Apple replacing the mute switch on these devices. On the iPhone 15 Pros this year, Apple is introducing a new action button, similar to what we got last year on the Apple Watch Ultra. It is user customizable. You'll be able to remap it to things like the flashlight or the camera, a dedicated button for these things, which we've never seen on the iPhone before. It's going to be a huge selling point of these phones. And I know a button sounds small, but the ability to remap it to do pretty much anything by one tap, including still, of course, mute your phone if you want. That's going to be something people are down for. The camera's, of course, going to be a big focus for Apple as well. New materials for the lenses on all models and a new periscope zoom lens on the Pro Max, which will allow you to get a crazy 5 to 6x optical zoom using folded lens technology that we've seen on a couple of Androids. Essentially, taking pictures of anything far away is going to be incredible because it's Apple's photonic engine combined with super long lens. It's going to be pretty cool, and the digital zoom will also be very impressive. But probably the most underrated feature of the iPhone 15 Pros are going to be the new chip on the inside. Usually this is unremarkable, and it doesn't mean a whole lot considering how fast iPhones are. But the A17 chip is a new architecture based on 3 nanometers that Apple has never put in a product to date, which for the iPhone 15 Pro means massive performance improvements, the biggest in years, massive efficiency improvements, so big jump in battery life, and also just faster processing speeds in general that you might actually notice. And that combined with physically larger batteries coming to all the iPhone 15 Pro models means that the pretty not super cash money battery on the iPhone 14 Pro might be getting addressed this year. And of course, the Pros are getting some new colors this year, but are they really new? We've got silver and space black yet again, a new dark blue finish that I think looks all right, but it's just kind of mid. I'm actually most excited for the new Titan Gray iPhone 15 Pro, which I think looks stunning. It's the perfect mix between silver and space black, and a proper gray colored titanium I think will be a hit. We're not just getting iPhones though. Apple is also planning a new version of the Apple Watch Series 9 and a new version of the Apple Watch Ultra. I'm more excited for this one. I'll tell you why. But starting off with the Series 9, the main upgrade, I kid you not, this year will be a faster S9 chip on the inside. And while that sounds like it's something Apple does every year, this is actually the first time the chip is getting an actual improvement since 3 years ago. The current S8 chip is based off of the S7 and the S6, and that's from 2020. And this time we're getting an upgrade to architecture of the A15 chip, so going down to I think 5 nanometers, which means better processing power, efficiency, and hopefully, fingers crossed, better battery life. The other main part of the Apple Watch Series 9 is going to be all the fun new colors, which include things like a nice pink color that everybody has been stoked for. That will basically match your new pink iPhone 15. And it seems like after all this time, Apple has finally figured out a way to sync up all the new colors at the same time. I'm sure Apple will also introduce something else, but those are all the credible rumors for that. Now, for the Ultra 2, we're hearing it's going to have the same design as last year because Apple just released this a year ago, but this will have a new space black titanium titanium color that, based on these renders, makes me want to buy about 30 of these. The original Apple Watch Ultra only came in the natural titanium finish, which I think looks nice, but introducing some more colors, a way to spur some excitement, and that's going to get the new S9 chip as well. And those are all the super prominent rumors we've also heard for the Ultra 2. But in the past, we've heard that Apple is working to add satellite connectivity, emergency SOS via satellite, to the Ultra, and I could definitely see that being a change this year, considering that the battery life is so good on this that they could absolutely support that feature on the Ultra. Next up, let's talk about iPads. Well, for a while, I was pretty hesitant on saying that we would get a new iPad of some kind at this event. I do think the iPad Mini 7 may be unveiled in less than 2 weeks. This comes from hearing a lot of different information circulating around and older rumors saying we would see a new iPad Mini at about this time, and considering it has not been updated in about 2 years, it would be pretty easy for Apple to do a quick spec bump with a faster chip. Maybe we also get a new iPad Air with an M2 chip, because that hasn't been touched in 18 months or so, and that is usually the upgrade cycle that iPads are on. I don't know if these are going to be big changes to the iPad. The iPad Pro big changes are coming in 2024. Video on that coming at some point for me in the future. Just know small iPad changes if we get any at this event. And finally, for AirPods, we are getting a new version of AirPods Pro as well. This has been confirmed by Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, that says Apple will be releasing a new pair with USB-C on them instead of Lightning, to go with parity to the iPhone 15, which is cool. They're going to be the same AirPods as they have been for the past year, because the AirPods Pro 2 are just now a year old, but they've got USB-C, which is cool. You'll see the through line of this event is USB-C is happening, and that's pretty sick, man. I gotta have the same cable for my MacBook, my phone, my watch, my brain. I'm gonna USB-C my brain, and I hope you guys do as well. If you do, drop a like, hit subscribe for more. Thank you to today's sponsor. Hope you guys enjoyed this. We are in iPhone season. This is not a time for fun or games. You guys don't even know the level of ish I've got planned, and you're gonna be like, whoa, he wasn't kidding when he said what he's got planned. And yeah, we've just got some fun activities in the works for the next 2 to 3 to 4 weeks. It's September. It's gonna be crazy, and I'm just hoping you guys are here for the ride. Subscribe if you aren't. Thank you for watching. I've been Sam. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.